Hi, it's Dr. Doug Curtis.
And Lucy Curtis from Dyslexic and Unstoppable. Our mission is to help dyslexics rediscover their inner power.
That's right. And this is the next in our video series, 14 Ways to Improve Your Dyslexic Child's Self-Esteem. This is tip 6, and in this one, it's acknowledge their effort, right? And we thought we'd do this one a little different. We'll do it live on Periscope. But what do we mean by acknowledge their effort? What does that mean?
Well, because when you're dyslexic, you work harder than other kids at learning things. And when we take the time, sometimes we focus too much on what needs to be done and not enough on acknowledging the child that's doing the work.
Right.
So if you can take a moment and actually sit down with your child and say, wow, I really acknowledge the work that you're putting in, the effort that you're putting in, so that the child knows that you're aware how hard he's working, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think also it helps them because it trains their brain so that, because a lot of times we're like, we do something, we work really hard towards a goal. We get 95% of the way there, and then our brain focuses on that little part that we didn't finish. Oh man, that's the one part I screwed up, right? But if we really acknowledge their effort along the way and say, I really appreciate how hard you studied for this quiz and this quiz or whatever it is, then it helps train them to acknowledge their successes each little bit along the way, right? The other thing, obviously kids with dyslexia, they work really hard. It sometimes doesn't look like it, right? Sometimes it can look like, I remember with our son, right? When he was sitting down to read, he'd be up and playing and having fun and everything like that. Then it was time to sit down to read, and suddenly he'd be yawning away and stretching, right? And rubbing his eyes and all that stuff. And we were like, what is going on? Of course, back then we didn't know, right? But that's one thing. If you acknowledge, hey, I know this is tough for you. We're going to get through this. Let's do a little bit, and maybe we can break it up into a small amount and study 10 minutes, and then you get a reward after that, right? So this is just one of the other ways that you can help encourage your dyslexic child to improve their self-esteem. We're going to put this on our website, dyslexicandunstoppable.com. And if you want to check out the other tips so far, they're all up on YouTube. Okay, so you can check them out there. Thanks a lot for attending.